Hey friends, I'm tuning into the astrology, the upcoming astrology for the next 6 days. That is really important. So this is a special report. This is a special report on a very specific aspect and something that's happening with several planets meeting at the 30th degree of the sign that they're in. And most powerfully is that in the next few days, tomorrow, I'm tuning in from February 7th, 2019. It's Thursday. And tomorrow morning, it's the moon rolls into Aries. And the energy is shifting. We are in changing times right now, and I'm offering you navigational soul support for what's happening, to go beyond in those places, those unknown places that you're really stepping into. So what we're doing in these next 5-6 days is we're literally bridging into new realities, and we're bridging in through making the changes that we need to make to stand up to our life. And that means getting clear with yourself, getting clear with who you are, getting clear with what you need to do, right now, and express yourself. And the key energy is being visible with your words, being visible with where you stand, and so claiming your truth. And claiming your truth in a way that it's shaking up reality for you. It's very powerful. So the key aspects to the moon is moving into Aries tomorrow on February 8th, early in the morning. And so it's 6:35 a.m. Pacific time. And that is, so we're now, as the moon prepares to conjunct, pardon me, little brain scramble, just getting it sorted. The moon is going to come into conjunction with Mars and Aries, and Mars is now coming into a really tight conjunction with Uranus, and it's going to make a exact conjunction on February 12th. So we're in it. We are in change. We are in bridging. We are in catharsis. We are breaking free. We're breaking free of the chains. So that's what's inside of change, is breaking free of your own mind, breaking free of a program you've been living. And it's been unconscious, it's a disempowerment program, and clearing the program so that you can be. And it's the will to live. And in this new time, we're literally in a new time right now with the year of the boar, the year of the gold pig that's just rolled in the last couple of days with the new moon in Aquarius. So please listen to my new moon in Aquarius report. Please listen to my year of the earth boar, the gold pig report, posted on my YouTube channel. And this play-by-play that we're inside of right now is so powerful, because you need your life. You need your words. Everything that's been, we're coming out of a deep cave of confusion, of distortion on a planetary level, on a karmic level. And we're really crossing the bridge into this time frame of the Aquarian age. And I'm not going to identify the Aquarian age with any specific year or any specific day yet, until I feel confident doing that. But I do feel in this time of this time that we of the living, we who are in bodies, we are crossing the bridge. And it's been a process we've been undergoing for a few decades. And in fact, I'll say the 60s was a beginning time of crossing into Aquarius, the age of Aquarius. And then 2012, just, quick, little landmark, the big landmark. So there was the Pluto-Uranus conjunctions in the 60s, mid-60s. And then the 2012 bridge of cross December 21st, 2012, Mayan calendar shifting, and we crossed the threshold. We crossed the threshold into a time of a lot of people waking up. So looking back in the last 7 years at your life, so 6 years, the 6 years of your life, and December 21st of this year, 2019, will mark 7 years. And synchronistically, since that time, since 2012, crossing that threshold. In this year of 2019, the year of the Earth Pig, the yellow pig, the gold pig, we have a Saturn-Pluto conjunction forming, and it doesn't come until it comes into an exact conjunction January 12th, 2020. And it's a massive conjunction. It's extremely potent, and anyone who's listening to all my videos, I love to use the words potent and powerful. That is how I experience them inside. That is how I see them. That is how I feel them. And that is actually what's happening. Combustion, fusion, changing, transformation. It's happening. And with these next few days, these next literally 5 or 6 days that have to do with this bigger bridge that we are collectively crossing. This is about your individual bridge, your bridge that you're personally crossing in your life of breaking free of chains, of ideologies, of ways of being, of emotional states that you've been inside of, because it's time to synchronize with your love, with your joy, with your passion, with your life force. And get to work on those things that you need to get to work on. So it is about rising this year, of rising to your own challenge and enduring the pain and struggle that it takes to claim the ground that is yours. And you can't get that sweet reward of yourself, of claiming this creative territory, this of who you are, and all those creative domains that are calling you, that are coming in through you, that you've been dreaming about for years. And that's the time it is for you to get really honest about these dreams. Get really real with yourself about these dreams. Keep doing the journal dream work, and it's the daydreams and it's the night dreams, the dreams that come in through when you're sleeping, and then the dreams where you're kind of like, it's called, spacing out, or, going off into another realm. And those are your dreams. And what these next 5 days have to do with your dreams. Here's my lovely, sweet 4-legged kitty, calling out for his dreams of me petting him right now. So these next 5 days, a combustion, a fusion of energies with the moon in Aries, conjuncting Mars in Aries. What day? On Sunday. So Sunday the 10th is a powerful day. Sunday the 10th, the moon is conjuncting Aries, and then the moon is in Aries is conjuncting Uranus in Aries for the last time. This is the last time the moon will be in Aries and conjuncting Uranus and Aries, because Uranus, the next time the moon is in Aries in March, the Uranus will have advanced into Taurus. And so we are beginning the Taurian age, the years of Uranus and Taurus, these 8 years of Uranus and Taurus that started in 2018, but we're fully going in now. So it's been this adjustment in 2018. And this course correction that we're each upon in our own life, those of you who are willing to wake up to your emotionality, to the truth of who you are and who you're meant to be, and the life that you want to live, and that force that's inside of you. And so you're a force to be reckoned with, and so you have to reckon all the forces around you. And there's some very real things to reckon with, right? There's structures that are surrounding you that are like, whoa, this is what I've been dealing. These belief systems that have created your life, the culture that you live in, and the belief systems that live in the cultural mind that need to shift. That the things that need to change, that are in our culture, that are in our laws, that are in our social grounds, that needs to get awakened. So this passage in the next 5 days, what I want to offer you is, as you're learning to stand up in your relationships in a new way, because you're transforming, you're changing, you're breaking free of chains that bind you, and you're authenticating yourself. And the way to be and it's going to, you authenticating yourself is going to authenticate your relationships, because then you can stand in the truth ground of your relationships, however your relationships are changing. And the reason why I'm speaking importantly to relationships is because Uranus is in Aries, and there's a key asteroid, Pallas Athene, who's now advanced into the 30th degree of Libra. Libra puts the pronunciation of Libra puts the power back in Libra, who needs the power. And that is what we're shifting. We're shifting out of these unconscious forces that have been in control of us through relationships. So the remedy is standing in your truth, and that's who Aries is, and Libra is too. When Libra is in its power, Libra is just like a formidable force of, this is who I am, and can maintain a compassionate, empathetic ground of connection and authenticity in relationship to your key others. And so Libra also rules your key relationships, the significant relationships of your life. So, and that's the ground we're breaking free of. And so so likewise, you'll likely be receiving information or other people's truth. You may be the one who's delivering the truth, or you're two people delivering the truth, or whatever this relationship ground of confrontation. There's a confrontation, but the true confrontation is with yourself. That's the initiation. It's a will initiation. And I don't think I finished with all the conjunctions that are happening right now, but so this weekend on February 10th, this Sunday, the moon conjuncts Mars, and then the moon conjuncts Uranus for the last time in Aries at a very powerful degree of 30 Aries. And then and this is all happening in opposition of Pallas Athene, who's also at the 30th degree. And so then on Wednesday, next Tuesday and Wednesday, more powerful initiations, because we've got 4 planets at that time. Mars is going to meet Uranus in Aries, and then we're going to have 4 planets, asteroids in an alignment at the 30th degree of the sign they're in. And it's going to happen through 3 signs. Aries, with Mars and Uranus conjunct at 30 Aries, Libra with Pallas Athene in opposition to Mars and Uranus at 30 degrees Libra, and then Chiron, a planet/comet at 30 degrees Pisces. So this is the bridge. It's a major bridge that we're crossing. What I recommend is just keep grounding in yourself and your truth, and that could withstand the truth of other people that you may not like at first, but as you clear out emotional, pockets that have been kind of, unresponsive to life, or living in callousness, living in catatonia, I'll call it, where you're not feeling these places. That's what's breaking. That is what's breaking open, because catatonia, as I call it, and a callousness. What's the opposite emotion is compassion. So it's this compassion is just you accessing your feelings. Compassion is an emotional state that allows you to be compassionate to yourself and compassionate to other people. It's just being in a feeling ground with all the people involved in your present reality as you're bridging in to your reality. So negotiations are happening, powerful negotiations, where you can be in a ground where you're speaking your truth, you're saying your truth, and saying it with appreciation and gratitude as well. Like, oh my gosh, I couldn't be here without you. So it's not losing touch with your relationships. It's being in touch with your relations, but renegotiating. So Pallas Athene in the last degree of Libra is absolutely negotiating, counseling, any kind of mediation process that you're in. Big, powerful stuff. So really negotiate powerfully, empoweredly. Negotiate empoweredly as you're negotiating with yourself, as you're figuring out what are your non-negotiables, and that is crucial to this ground that you're on right now. What are your non-negotiables? I cannot compromise that anymore. That is that is my soul blood. I cannot compromise this anymore. So your relationships are changing because you're changing, and bringing your words, bringing your things that need to be said, and also watching how your truth changes because you might be saying things for the first time. And then your relationships, you might be saying them to key relationships that you've been in relationships for decades. Whatever is happening, the most important thing is that you're the one you've been in relationship with since the moment you were conceived, since the moment you were born. And as you're experiencing this uprising in your life, that's the ground, that's the real ground that's changing in these relationships that have formed, the agreements that you've been inside of because you were unconscious. And now you're coming into consciousness, you're coming into a clarity with yourself in a new way, in a powerful way, and being open to your relationships changing. And so likely one of the places that you may be one of the places that I see will also transform are your relationships as you're changing. And so you be open to people showing up in ways that you're like, oh my gosh, I have not been seeing you that way. That's not the way I've been experiencing you. Or you're watching your relationships. A relationship might come to you and say something in a way that's blowing your reality open. So the key thing is connecting in with yourself and connecting in with the deeper ground and these chains that want to breaking free of these emotional states, these negative states, these negative stories that have been holding you, that have really been about, it's an insecure story that you've been living. So it's about going to a deeper ground with yourself, of really securing yourself in your life force, really securing yourself in your spirit force, that there is a spirit that is greater than your structures. And there are some structures in your life that it's time to move them on. And there's some structures that just need to be restructured. And there's, and because your spirit is coming alive in new ways. So some of those structures need to completely get demolished because they're part of I cannot play that game anymore. That is done. And then there's some things that are going to stay because they're real. They're founded in your heart, in your soul. And then there's some structures that are just, okay, we just got to renegotiate, restructure. So this is my offering for the next 5 days to help you navigate your reality more clearly and to understand you're not alone. We're all going through it in our own way. It is about becoming more conscious and more mindful. Absolutely. It's about waking up. So if you're willing to wake up and get real honest with yourself, get real and feel yourself in ways that you haven't been feeling yourself, and your relationships, and you will be feeling the world in ways that you haven't been letting yourself feel them. It's all this new ground that's opening up because the earth needs people to change, because the earth is ecologically in not a good place, and we need to course correct for humanity. And the only way to course correct is that we need people. I'm speaking it from the sort of the soul of the earth that I feel, as I'm also an individual changing, as I'm also someone who's transforming and course correcting my life, and learning and growing and getting real with myself, so that I can be an earth warrior. Aquarius, we are in the new moon in Aquarius, and Aquarius is the earth warrior. We need earth warriors, and that means we need feelers, we need thinkers, we need hearts synced up with our intellect. And in the time of living, of only praising and prizing the intellect and the emotions are some lower quadrant of the human being, some lesser part of the human being. No, we need to synchronize our emotions with our intellect, because the emotions are key to accessing our dreams, to feeling what we want. And music absolutely plays a crucial thread to those dreams. I believe it's inside everyone's dream, the human blueprint to tap into the way music moves us, uplifts us, whether it is that you want to play an instrument, open up your vocal cords, all of the above, you know, sing, dance, whatever that is, become a DJ, whatever, however music inspires, moves your soul to new levels. I truly believe that music is one of the missing links in our human story. For people who haven't been, for people who haven't really been living their art, the music, the muse, the inner muse, the artist in you, the heart in you that wants to wake, that is awoken by the transformative, deep energy of music moving through your soul. So I know it's time to wrap it up. I went way longer than I thought I would, and I'm spontaneous, I'm impromptu. I didn't know I was gonna be filming this, and I'm not gonna worry about the fact that I'm not wearing makeup. I'm changing too, and my style with YouTube is probably gonna change as well. So because I'd like to offer more in the moment, oh my gosh, I'm seeing this, and here we go, and putting it up there on YouTube. So, and this is my way of becoming more visible and sharing the knowledge that I'm watching unfolding every day as I'm in my little moving office, makeshift office in front of the fire on a 25-degree day here in Oregon. So much love to you. Again, if you're interested in readings to really fine tune and help you through and bridge into a time and get that your soul is really wanting, and if you need that kind of soul, if you need that soul support, give me a send me an email, starpoweralchemy@gmail.com, and I would love to help. So much love to all of you, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my videos, because that helps me to build my business. Thanks so much.